UFC's been around a long time, MMA's been around a long time, but now it just seems to be real big in the media and prevalent and like kind of like generation next. Like now is the time. Do you feel like you're obviously one of the forefathers of MMA? Do you feel you started too early, or do you feel you should have started now, or are you just happy with where everything is at?
Well, I'm happy it got to a point where I could make money before. I figured it would get to this point after I was retired, to be honest. I always thought it would take a little bit longer to get here. I really think it would take longer. Without the reality show craze, it would take us a lot longer than a TV deal. And I'm not a guy, because, that was our, like he even called it, this Trojan horse to get a live TV. Because he didn't like reality shows. He didn't like the idea of doing a reality show. But he liked the idea that they could sneak a live fight at the end of the show on TV. We could really show what kind of ratings we could pull and get people to, get these advertisers behind us and show, and get people to buy a big pay-per-view. That was, right after that was the biggest pay-per-view they ever did, by a long shot. I think, they over tripled their best number ever. So after the show would be a Randy fought.
Like you've been basically down with the UFC since day one. Do you have points in it? Like, cause you've been kind of a guy that Dana's bounced themes and intellectual property off all day. Like, are you one of the owners behind the scenes?
No, I'm not one. I don't own the UFC though. I'm doing points. I wish would be nice. That would have been a nice thing to get a long time ago, but no.
So what are you going to be doing after? Like, you're going to still be in it for the next few years, like in the cage?
I'll be fighting for a few more years at least, and then after that, I'll be involved somehow. But hopefully, if things keep working out, if I, this economy, if I don't lose all my money, I shouldn't have to work if I don't want to. Really, I've got a decent amount of money, and I don't have to need to spend a lot.
Do you think the UFC should stay the way it's going, or should it develop more characters, like a wrestling manager or stuff like that? More,
I think it stays. I should stay as real fighting as it can. It should just stay real fighting like it is. I mean, there's always going to be characters out there. You got Shoney Carters, and you got guys that's just the way they are. And you got fighters, a lot of fighters a little different. And you'll have characters that just come up. But, as long as they can fight, they're tough, great. I love them. They come however you want. But I wouldn't want to develop guys that don't really fight. Can't fight.
Who was the first person you saw in a ring or in a cage, like as a child, that got you to be into martial arts and into wrestling and all that?
First person I saw that got me, there was some, they got me into martial arts when I was 12. There's these, I was watching Kung Fu Theater. I used to think that was funny. And they had demonstrations in between, and I thought those were really cool. So I started trying to learn martial arts on my own, and just started doing it. Then wrestling I got into from my football coach. Required us to wrestle you had to wrestle for like the first 3 or 4 weeks after football season. And then you could quit if you wanted to, but I wound up staying and wrestling. Just did well and came natural to me, so I kept doing it.
Something's happening in this city. People are changing. We have to do something. We have to fix this. Peace Magazine, Canada's street style magazine. Music, athletics, fashion, lifestyle.